What's up, guys? This is the Bearded Bastard coming at you again with another deck profile. You're going to see a lot of me on the channel in the upcoming weeks because I've been updating a lot of my decks like galore. Been kind of on a Yu-Gi-Oh binge lately to try and keep myself busy with everything that's going on. So I hope you enjoy the content. Hopefully you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got baby hands behind the camera, as always.
Still DeathGun.
It's never DeathGun. It's DeathGun in your head, but to nobody else. Today I'm going to be showcasing you my pure, full power Mekk-Knight deck profile with the new card from Eternity Code. Makes this deck so much better. It can actually go first now, which is always the struggle that Mekk-Knights have had, having no cards and columns to work with. But now with the new Orcust Girsu, you can literally do a one-card combo that like sets up a column for you for yourself. Okay, to get things started, we are playing 3 of the best Mekk-Knight. Still arguably the best one, even though Girsu's out. Purple Nightfall. He's your grind game resource management. He's the biggest one of the main deck Mekk-Knights. He's great. He banishes himself to search any Mekk-Knight. He does not banish himself. He can banish any Mekk-Knight. I forgot about that. Normally you banish him, but whatever you banish comes back to you in the next standby phase. Okay, we play 3 Blue Sky now. We were playing this at 2 before, but now because of the inclusion of the Mekk-Knight Girsu, we can make Blue Sky live turn 1 by giving our opponent a token if it's the first card we open with. So if you guys don't know what he does, any column he's special summoned to, you get to add Mekk-Knights with different names from the deck to your hand up to the number of cards your opponent controls in that column. And the brand new Girsu, the Orcust Mekk-Knight. Big flex on these expensive, gorgeous Euros. They are like so beautiful in person.
I'm so jealous.
Camera's not gonna do him justice. Thunder Thighs is like super jelly over there because literally like when he was playing Orcust, he was an Orcust player. He sold the entire core and then this card got announced it was gonna come out. It was hilarious.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but like I said, you got to pay to play, and I like to bring you guys the updated content with the best cards. Moving on, we play... Oh, sorry, hold on. If you guys don't know what this guy does, since he is fairly new, he lets you, on summon, send any World Legacy card from your deck to the grave. And we play 2 targets for that help us in combos, generating advantage. And if he's the only card you control, you can special summon a token to your opponent's field and to your field. One machine token, and this is how you make the column first turn. Like you'll have him, and then you'll bring a token like in a different zone, and then just set any spell or trap and make yourself a column first turn. Moving on, we are playing 2 of the Mekk-Knight Moveboy. This is what helps you like maintain game state, negate monster effects. This is the MVP. Like it's not necessarily the most powerful or the best effect, but he's what helps the strategy like maintain its like field presence. If you don't know what he does, he can target any Mekk-Knight and move it to a different zone in the main monster zones. And for the 1 of Mekk-Knights, we are playing 1 Yellow Star, 1 Red Moon, 1 Green Horizon, and 1 Mekk-Knight Avram.
Check this out.
Yeah, we got that great description in TCG when it actually got a full card description in OCG. Pops spells or traps in his column by banishing a Mekk-Knight from grave. Pops monsters in its column by banishing a Mekk-Knight from grave. Just your dedicated searchable normal summon in case you ever need to normal summon a Mekk-Knight. Technically the Girsu is searchable too, but we just want to have more names in case we already open Mekk-Knights in our hand and we have to search different names with Blue Sky's effect. And Horizon recycles 1 from grave when it destroys something by battle. The 2 send targets we were playing for Girsu are World Legacy World Armor and World Legacy World Chalice. This card When it's special summon, you get to add a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. We play this in combo with the new Lib, which you guys will see in the extra deck. And this, when it's not the turn it's sent, you get to banish it from grave to search another World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. Now on to the hand trap lineup. This is not really a hand trap, but I'm putting it in the hand trap lineup. 2 Gameciels. Also helps make columns for you, gets rid of problematic monsters, outs Winda, outs Appaloosa, you know, all that annoying stuff if you're like having trouble getting out of your opponent's board. 2 Crow. I still think it's really powerful, this format. We're still playing in a very grave-centric format, so he's not gonna be going anywhere anytime soon.
Different shinies.
Double Fantas. I know we're in Master Rule 5 now, but honestly, links aren't going anywhere. You know, almost every deck is playing Needle Fiber, and I'm still calling it that. Don't correct me. I know what its actual name is, but it's stupid, and I like Needle Fiber better.
Halifax.
That name is dumb. Whoever works at Konami TCG, they need to name shit better. You hear me, Konami? Name shit better. And then the last 2 monster hand traps we're playing is double Ashe. I like the 2-2 ratios I'm going with everything in this deck. Ashe is just so universal, so generic, hits so many decks. Like, it's honestly been a staple in every deck since it's like actually came out. It's the most universal hand trap that covers so many situations. And the last 2 hand traps in trap format are the Infinite Impermanence. You guys know what Impermanence does. This thing's busted. It's great. Continuing on with the rest of the traps, we are playing 2 World Legacy Secret. It's a monster reborn for any level 5 or higher monster in your grave. And any monster effect that would activate in the same column of a Mekk-Knight monster is negated. So this is how you maintain game state like so much. Like, you control the board of what happens just by moving your Moveboy into different columns with this card on field. The other trap we play for the Mekk-Knight cards is the World Legacy Whispers, negating those pesky spell cards in the same column as a Mekk-Knight, and also buffing one Mekk-Knight that has a level by 1,000 attack and defense. That's it for the trap lineup. Moving on to the spells. The ever-important triple World Legacy's Memory. This brings out a Mekk-Knight directly from deck in defense position. It's a quick play, but the only thing is that it locks you into only summoning Mekk-Knights for the remainder of the turn. So how you normally want to do this is when you have like the secret set and you have one Moveboy that you already like are going to reborn from the graveyard with the secrets, you can bring this, activate another one, and bring another Mekk-Knight Indigo Eclipse from the deck to have double monster column effect negation, because they can both move themselves or another Mekk-Knight once per turn. It's a once per copy on their effect, not a hard once per turn. We're playing double World Legacy Succession. It's part of the combo with Lib. It's searchable. It's another World Legacy name. And then the last World Legacy card we are playing is World Legacy Key for negating traps in the same column as a Mekk-Knight. And we have 4 spaces left. I'm deciding to play 2 Pinpoint Landing again. It's just some draw power if I open it and I bring out a Mekk-Knight from hand. I mean, this is possibly something I'll take out in the future, but I couldn't think of anything like better that I wanted to add. I didn't want to up the hand trap lineup. I didn't want to see too many of them in my hand, so I'm happy with this. Like, I already play a strong enough hand trap lineup where I don't feel like I need Nibiru in the main deck or anything like that. And the last 2 cards, one more draw power card, Pot of Avarice. I actually opened it going against Thunder Thighs earlier. I never played it, but I still beat him 2-0 with this deck.
I still resent that name, by the way.
And the last card for the 40th slot is one Regeki. You know, I chose 2 cards that could be set and then activated the same turn if I wanted to. So to also help make myself columns for this deck, obviously. That's the profile. We'll get onto the extra deck. So we got 1 Salamangreat Almirage. This is for if you normal summon any Mekk-Knight with a 1,000 attack. Or actually, this is if I have to actually normal summon any of my hand traps. I don't think I'm playing a low enough attack Mekk-Knight anymore. And I have to make myself a column using this. And then we play a Link Spider for the, what is his name? Mekk-Knight Avram? Yeah, the one, check this out. Also helps make myself a column. The new card, Post Dual Overload, Lib. She is so helpful to the Mekk-Knight strategy. So if you guys don't know what she does, she can't be Link Summoned unless there's a World Legacy card in the grave, which you send off of the Girsu. And then when she is Link Summoned, you can literally set a World Legacy spell or trap from your deck, but it can't be activated unless you control a I have a World Legacy monster in the grave, my bad. So normally what you do is that you send the World Armor, you link the Girsu and the token for her. She sets the World Legacy Succession, you reborn the World Armor, and then search another World Legacy spell or trap. That's how the new going first combo works for this deck. She's awesome. And then if she's used as a link material and sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle one card on the field into the deck. Doesn't target. She's awesome. She's honestly gonna spike when like events start opening up again. Like people are gonna see how powerful she is. Moving on, we play the one IP Masquerena. You guys know what she does. Link summon during your opponent's turn. Whatever's used to summon as her Link summon, if you're summoning another Link monster, gains protection from destruction effects.
She was our hope for a UA Link monster.
One, Galatea, the Orcust automaton, because the Mekk-Knight Girsu is also an Orcust, and I can make Ding Boy to bounce some problematic cards on the field, so I figured, why not? Why not? One, Nightmare Unicorn, just as another bounce target for IP Masquerena. One, Phoenix, popping floodgates. One, Blackluster Soldier. Almost all my monsters in the main deck are over level 7. This card is really difficult to deal with if you can't target or destroy it, and if you buff it after it destroys something. One, Mekk-Knight Spectrum Supreme. He's really good if he's the only card in his column. He can attack directly. He can pop. He can what was it? He can attack directly. He can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And if there is cards in his column, you can pop one card in his column to add a Mekk-Knight from deck to hand, or special Mekk-Knight. It's one of those. I'm forgetting. He's pretty big for a Link 3. And then we do play the 3 Mekk-Knight of the Morning Star.
Pacific Rim Mech.
This guy's awesome. This is the core of the strategy right here. With him on field, with Mekk-Knight Indigo, is how you negate monster effects and survive all attacks, because you just keep moving them to different columns that your opponent's cards are not in, and his continuous effect is any Mekk-Knight that would be destroyed and by a monster in a different column takes no battle damage and is not destroyed by battle. It's great. We play 3 because we want to make sure we always have them for grind matches. And then the last 3 cards, 1 Boral Sword, OTKs, 1 Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avramax. If you make him with like IP Masquerena, like that's like GG for your opponent. Like it's really hard for them to out. Plus I've done this to Baby Hands where I made him, I had Indigo on field, I had secrets on field, so he couldn't even attack my Indigo. He was here, and like anything he tried to activate, I just moved my Indigo, and he literally played 2 Twin Twisters on me in the same turn, and like I had already used my Indigo, so I chained my memory that I had set to bring out my second Indigo and negate his second Twin Twister with Whispers.
I had no hand after that.
It was pretty great. And then, of course, the last card, Ding Boy, for the Galatea to bounce problematic cards on the field that are like in the way that can't be targeted or destroyed for whatever reasons. that is the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you think. Hope you like it. This has honestly been one of my favorite decks for a long time, and now that it doesn't struggle as much to go first, like, I'm probably going to be playing this one a lot more. We still prefer to go blind second with this deck, which is why we run so many hand traps and disruption cards, but now we have the versatility and the options to go first. As always, guys, if you like what you saw, remember to like, comment, subscribe. This is the Bearded Bastard and Baby Hands signing out.
See ya.